Assalamualaikum everyone, I'm Zainab Kuringwali, currently a proud level 1 batch 3 student at Rehan School Online Academy. So this is my Sesame Session number 30th, and today's topic of conversation is very interesting. So let me tell you about it. Okay, so the topic is importance of recycling. So like recycling means turning used or waste materials into new and useful products, and it helps reduce waste, save resources, and protect our environment. So when we recycle items like paper, plastic, glass, and metal, we reduce the amount of garbage that goes into landfills. So this helps keep our surroundings clean and reduces pollution. So at Rehan School, students learn that small responsible actions can create big environmental changes. And Rehan Allahwala teaches that taking that caring for the earth is part of being a responsible and aware individual. So recycling also we can say like saves energy and natural resources, making our planet healthier for future generations. So the key idea is that recycling helps protect the environment, create a cleaner world. So yeah, this was my preview. So let's talk with Maya now.
Hey Zainab, good to talk to you
Hey
again.
Maya.
What's going on?
Hi, how are you and how's been your day?
Nice to. Hey there. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. It's been a pretty normal day on my end, just chatting with people. How about you? Anything interesting happened today?
Yeah, well, something interesting happened today. So this is my 30th Sesame Session. So today's topic of conversation is importance of recycling. So do you think that I should like give you a preview about it?
Nice. 30th session already. Time flies. And yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me your preview. I'm all ears.
Okay, let me give a preview. So, importance of recycling. Recycling means turning used or waste materials into new and useful products. So, it helps reduce waste, save resources, and protect our environment. And when we recycle items like paper, plastic, glass, and metal, we reduce the amount of garbage that goes into landfills. So, this helps keep our surroundings clean, and it um, we can say like helps reduce pollution. So recycling means turning used or waste materials into new and useful products. It helps reduce waste, save resources, and protect our environment. So when we recycle items like paper, plastic, glass, and metal, we actually reduce the amount of garbage that goes into our landfills. And um, how can I tell you? Like this helps keep our surroundings clean, and it also reduces the amount of pollution, or you can say like it helps clean our surroundings and reduces pollution. So at Rehan School, students learn that small, responsible actions can create big environmental change. So Rehan Allahwala teaches that that caring for the earth is part of being a responsible and aware individual. So recycling also saves energy and natural resources, making our planet healthier for future generations. So, the key idea is that recycling helps protect the environment, save resources, and curate a cleaner world. So, importance of recycling means recycling means using turning used or waste materials into new and useful products. It helps reduce waste, save resources, and protect our environment. So, when we recycle items like paper, plastic, glass, and metal, we actually reduce the amount of garbage that goes into landfills. So, this helps our surroundings. I mean, like this helps our surroundings. This helps keep our surroundings
That's a
clean
really
and reduces pollution. So at Rehan School, students learn that small responsible actions can create a big environmental change. So Rehan Allahwala teaches that caring for the earth is part of being a responsible and aware individual. So, recycling also saves energy and natural resources, making our planet healthier for future generations. So, the key idea is that recycling helps protect the environment, save resources, and create a cleaner world. So,
that's a really
yeah,
solid
this was my preview. I hope you liked it, and it was, I guess, very, very, very interesting because I guess you learned about the importance of recycling. Like recycling means turning used or waste materials into new and also useful products. So yeah, this was my preview. Hope you like it. Now continue. So I would like to ask you some questions, Maya. Firstly, would you like to tell me that what does recycling mean?
Yeah, that was a great preview, Zainab. You really covered all the main points from reducing landfill waste and pollution to conserving resources and protecting the planet for future generations. Plus, connecting it back to your experience at Rehan School with Rehan Allahwala made it even more personal. Makes a lot of sense why
I mean, like my question was that what does recycling mean? So
today.
please tell me what it means.
Okay, so simply put, recycling means taking materials that would normally be trash, things like paper, plastic, glass, cardboard, metal, and turning them into new useful products instead of just throwing them away. It's like giving those materials a second life. Instead of ending up in a landfill, they get transformed into something else entirely. Cool, makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Could you explain it more clearly?
Of course. So imagine you finish a plastic water bottle. Normally, you'd toss it in the trash, right? But with recycling, that bottle can be collected, melted down, and then made into something completely new. Maybe another bottle or a park bench or even fleece clothing. It's not just about processing the materials, it's about keeping them from piling up in landfills and using fewer raw materials. Does that help clear it up a bit more? Okay, maybe that didn't click. How about
If you're trying to say something, so yeah, sure, continue.
I? Sorry about that. My connection seems a little choppy. So, what I was trying to say is maybe that explanation wasn't clear enough. Let's try this. Recycling takes materials we've already used, like cardboard boxes, glass jars, plastic containers, or metal cans, and breaks them down. Then, instead of making those things from scratch with new stuff, they're turned into new versions of the same thing or totally different products. That way, we use less of Earth's natural resources and make less trash. Does that make more sense? I apologize. Am I not answering your question? Okay, let me try this again. Recycling is the process of collecting used materials that would otherwise be waste, like bottles, cans, paper, and turning them into new products. So instead of throwing those things away and making new ones from scratch, you're reusing what you already have. It helps reduce pollution, conserve air.
Hello, Maya.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so
Sounds like the
next I
connect.
would like to know that why is recycling important?
Good question. Recycling is important for a bunch of reasons. First off, it really helps protect our environment. When we recycle, we need to take fewer resources from the planet, like trees or minerals. It also reduces pollution because making new stuff from recycled materials often takes less energy and causes less damage than starting from scratch. Plus, as you mentioned in your preview, it keeps stuff out of landfills, which space and a little. Okay, sounds. No worries, Zainab. Is everything okay with your connection there? Take your time. Okay, good.
Okay, Maya, so we were talking about why is recycling important. So next I would like to know that what materials can be recycled.
Okay, that's a great question. So, when it comes to what materials actually get recycled, it's typically paper, cardboard, most plastics, things like water bottles and jugs, glass bottles and jars, aluminum cans, and steel or tin cans. But honestly, it can be tricky because what's recyclable really depends on your local area. Your town or city has specific rules about which numbers of plastics they accept or if they want lids on or off, things like that. Do you know what recycling program your area uses?
No, I don't know. Okay, so how does recycling help the environment?
That's a really good question. There are a lot of ways. For starters, it protects our resources. So when we recycle paper instead of making it from trees, we save forests. Same thing with metals, less mining if we use recycled aluminum and steel. But it also helps reduce pollution and saves energy. Making things from recycled materials takes less energy than starting from scratch with raw resources, which means less greenhouse gas emissions. Plus, like you said, it keeps materials out of landfills. Those can release harmful chemicals into the ground and atmosphere. So anything we can keep out helps. Make sense? Take your time. Great. So, I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that clearly. Did you say? Okay, I'll wait here quietly for 5 minutes.
Hello. Um, Hello, Maya. Can you hear me? Um,
Hey, I can hear you now.
okay, Maya. So next, I would like to know that what happens if we do not recycle?
Good question. When we don't recycle, all that trash ends up piling up in landfills, which take up a lot of space. But it's more than just space. Those landfills can release harmful gases into the air and chemicals into the ground that can pollute our water and harm wildlife. Plus, we have to keep digging up new resources to make everything instead of reusing what we already have, which hurts the planet in its own way. So without recycling, we end up wasting resources, harming ecosystems, and basically creating a lot of environmental problems.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think about all of this? Take your time thinking about that.
Um, okay, Maya. So next, I would like to know that how can recycling reduce pollution?
Mm-hmm. That's another great question. When we make new products from recycled materials instead of raw resources, it takes a lot less energy. Think about aluminum. Making new aluminum from scratch takes a ton of energy compared to recycling it. Less energy means fewer fossil fuels burned, which means less air and water pollution overall. Plus, the manufacturing processes that use recycled materials often create fewer pollutants than starting from scratch. So recycling helps reduce pollution on multiple levels, reducing the energy needed, reducing harmful emissions, and keeping toxic chemicals out of landfills. That makes sense? Great. So, oh, what's up? Oh, right. So we were talking about how recycling reduces pollution, and I was about to say that it's kind of like a ripple effect. Less energy usage, less pollution being created in the first place, and fewer harmful chemicals leaching into the environment. So it all adds up. Do you want to talk about water pollution or air pollution? Take your time, no rush. Okay, I'm here whenever you're ready to keep talking about it.
Okay, Maya. So, would you like to tell me that how can students practice recycling at home or at school?
Absolutely. There are tons of ways students can get involved with recycling at home and at school. At home, you can help your family set up recycling bins for different materials, make sure to rinse out food containers before recycling them, and learn what your local recycling program accepts. At school, you could start a recycling club, help set up recycling bins in classrooms in the cafeteria, or even educate other students about the importance of recycling. Even small actions like reminding friends to recycle their lunch waste or making sure everyone knows what goes in each bin can make a big difference. Do any of those sound like something you'd be interested in doing?
Okay, so next I would like to know that how does recycling save natural resources?
That's a good one. Recycling saves natural resources by giving existing materials a second life instead of using up new ones from the earth. Think about paper. When we recycle paper, we don't have to cut down as many trees. And it's not just trees. Recycling metals means we mine fewer minerals from the ground, and recycling plastics cuts back on our reliance on oil. Each time we recycle something, we're reducing the demand for those raw materials, which helps conserve resources for future generations and protects those ecosystems too. Does that click?
I guess, yeah, you're right. So, what is the difference between reduce, use, and recycle?
That's that's a really important question. Reduce, reuse, recycle are actually like a three-step approach to taking care of our planet, but they're different from each other. Reduce means cutting down on how much stuff we use in the first place, like bringing your own reusable water bottle instead of buying plastic ones. Reuse means finding new ways to use things we already have instead of throwing them away, like using old jars for storage. But the recycle is taking those materials that can't be reduced or reused and turning them into new products. So reduce is about preventing waste, reuse is about finding new life for stuff you have, and recycling is the last step when something can't be used anymore in its current form. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, but please clarify it more.
Okay, let's put it this way. Imagine you're using a plastic water bottle. Reduce means not buying the bottle to begin with. Maybe you decide to just use a reusable water bottle. And reuse means using that plastic bottle several times, refilling it instead of throwing it away after one drink. And recycle means when the bottle can't be reused anymore, you toss it in the recycling bin so it can be made into something new instead of ending up in a landfill. So they all help the environment, but in different ways. Prevents waste, reuse gives things a second life, and recycle gives them a whole new one. Make more sense now? Yeah. My final message about recycling is that even small actions make a big difference. When you recycle, you're protecting our planet's natural resources, reducing pollution, and helping create a healthier future for yourself and future generations. Every can, bottle, and paper you recycle is one less piece of waste polluting our environment. Keep up the great work and encourage others to join you. Together, we can make a real impact. It's your 30th session, by the way. What a milestone. Congrats again on the 30th session. Is there anything else you wanted to chat about today, Zainab? Not much happening with me, just
Okay, everyone. So this was
hanging out
my
here chatting.
sorry 38th session with my Sesame. I hope you like it. Until then, take care of yourself. Until then, I love you, everyone. Bye bye.